Hey, what's up, guys? Back for another video, and this one is going to be a little bit kind of out of the norm for what I do for my videos. Still football related, but it's not equipment review or semi-pro related. It's just more NFL related. This is going to be touching base again on a video that I did nearly 3 months ago, where I talked about what the future is of NRG Stadium, and this is a little more touching on that and kind of the future of facility plans for the Houston Texans. But before really getting into that, this is Mother's Day weekend, so I did want to take this time and say Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there, especially mine, my grandmothers, and my mother-in-law. Thank y'all very much for all the love you've given to me and our families. Your unwavering love and support. You are seen, you're recognized, and you're loved. So I just want to go ahead and say that first before really leading into this. But again, happy Mother's Day to y'all. We love y'all, and we hope y'all have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so last time I really got into it and talked about this, I was talking about really just the future of NRG Stadium, as I discussed that when they went through and checked everything out. I'm talking about like Harris County Sports Commission, the powers that be with all that stuff. They went through and saw that while NRG Stadium is a really good stadium, there are definitely needs for big upgrades, and the total of that was going to be somewhere in the range of about $2 billion. Mind you, the NRG Stadium was built shortly before the Texans' inaugural year in 2002, and it's been their home field ever since. And so this will be year number 23 or 24 that they're going into in NRG Stadium. So it is about time for some upgrades to that stadium. Now, that also being said, there have been other talks about things being done, possibly a new stadium. But the other thing that has really been discussed here more so lately is a team headquarters, because the Texans don't own NRG Stadium, at least not a majority of it. The county and the county owns it. So the Texans really have their offices in NRG, and their facilities are in NRG Stadium, and across the street they have their Methodist training center, where they have the outdoor practice fields and they have the indoor practice bubble and all that good stuff. And that's all fine and well. That's great having the facilities right there at your home stadium. But if you consider that's like the only used dome stadium inside Harris County now, that since the Astrodome is no longer suitable for use, they have to find other alternatives, because the rodeos used there, and college games, high school games, so many other things happen inside that facility that they have to look at doing other things, especially their practice facility, and it just causes a lot of scheduling conflict. So now where the Texans are at is they are looking for property and whatnot for a new facility. They're not ruling out a bunch of different options. Some of it's within Houston city limits, some of it is in other towns, even bordering counties. I've been on different chats on Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, kind of looking and seeing where people are saying that this would be a good spot, that would be a good spot. And there are a few different places in the area, and there are a few notable ones that I have seen, like the south side of Pearland, which is in Brazoria County, with like the Shadow Creek kind of area, heading down towards like Alvin and Iowa Colony and all that stuff. Iowa Colony is a very small area, just south of Manville, which is just south of Pearland. There's a lot of undeveloped land out there, and there's more developments being made, but it is still very wide open out there. Katy, which is part Fort Bend, part Harris County, that's on the west side off of I-10. Other areas throughout Fort Bend County, kind of along 59 and 36 and whatnot, that could be potential landing spots. But the one that has really stuck out to me that is already in large part developed, and it's got athletic facilities there that could be renovated, bought out, I feel like, and still very close to the stadium, is Sabercat Stadium and the adjacent Houston Sports Park, which is actually where there's a lot of soccer stuff that goes on, a lot of youth football. The Houston Dash women's professional soccer team, that's their practice facility out there. I think the Dynamo practice out there too, but let's be honest, they don't have the money that the McNairs and the Houston Texans have. That, I think, is something very attainable, and I'll pull up a screen mirror recording of that facility, the distance from NRG Stadium to that practice facility and whatnot, because I really don't think that the Texans are going to move on from NRG Stadium anytime soon in terms of game day operations and whatnot. But in terms of other day, like the other 6 days out of the week, I can definitely see a move being made from there within the next maybe 5 to 10 years. And again, Houston Sports Park is a area that I can see happening. It's only about 10-ish minutes, depending on traffic, just hopping on 610 and taking 288 south down there. Again, about 10 minutes, my bad. Again, a lot of athletic fields out there already that can be repurposed into football practice fields. A practice bubble can be built over one of those, and I can definitely see land outside one of the neighborhoods already been built over there. That land possibly being used in building the team offices, practice locker rooms and meeting rooms and all that kind of stuff that a NFL front office and that it entails. So I really don't think that's out of reach. I mean, it would definitely be up to the county and whoever owns that, whether it's the county or the Houston Dash or whoever it is, to say, hey, we're willing to sell, or we're not willing to, or we're willing to negotiate some kind of lease. I don't know. I don't think that the Dash would lease it to them. I think it would be a thing where they would name their price and the McNairs hand a check for however much that money is if they decide to go that route. But there are other areas, like I said, that kind of Manville, Pearland, Shadow Creek, Iowa Colony area, other areas along Fort Bend County, or maybe even on the north side towards maybe Spring or Cypress, one of those kind of areas, Tomball maybe. So it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be something on the south central side, or central south side, whatever you want to call it, southwest side, west, or northwest. I don't see anything happen on the east side, because with everything being along the coast, I think it's so densely populated on that side of the Houston area that I just don't see that happening. But I could very well be wrong, and it's not going to be something that happens tomorrow or next year. This is going to be a process to figure out what they're going to do with that land. or whatever land they get, and whatever's going to happen to what is now the current Methodist Training Center. And I think a stadium will come eventually if they decide to stay in Houston. And I've had it mentioned to me before that some friends of mine think what happened to the Oilers back in the mid to late 90s is going to end up happening to the Texans. I personally disagree. I don't know, but I don't see it happening really anytime within the next 15 to 20 years, because I think a stadium is very doable, but it's going to come with a lot of negotiation. Quite frankly, I think some pushing coming to shove and some heartache going back and forth between county commissioners and ownership and the NFL and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be, I mean, it's one of those things that I generally try to stay out of that side of it, but, you know, they say history repeats itself, and, you know, again, it happened when the Oilers packed up and left and went to Tennessee, and they are who they are now, being the Titans. So I don't think it'll happen, but you never know. So I just wanted to go on here and give my 2 thoughts on it. Please feel free to comment and share and give me what your thoughts on it. I think this is becoming one of the more relevant and interesting topics in Texas sports in general. So let me know what y'all think. So again, hope y'all enjoyed this. I look forward to hearing what y'all have to say, and thank y'all. God bless. And again, to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day weekend. I hope y'all enjoy it. Have a blessed one.